You are watching Soundwave's Soundwave Sunday. Operation Question and Answer. Initiate. Booyah.
Hello Autobots and Decepticons, my name is Soulmongry, and I'd like to welcome you to another Soundwave Sunday! And wow, I gotta take a step back and just relax for a quick second. I just walked in the door. I wanted to work on Soundwave Sunday for you guys, so I got one up today. This summer has been crazy for me, like really busy. So if I miss a Soundwave Sunday here and there, I apologize, but there's nothing I can really do about it. And I wanted to update you guys right away on the Recruit a Friend competition, that big giveaway that I wanted to do. Now, I'm not going to be able to do the big giveaway because we did not get first place. We ended up getting fourth place, but I am going to be putting towards some of the prize money for some awesome giveaways for you guys in the future. So I'm excited about that, and I'm excited about the future of this channel with upcoming Let's Plays, walkthroughs, etc., Transformers Universe, and all that good stuff. Secondly, I wanted to update you guys on the upcoming week. I'm going to do my best to finish up the Transformers Rise of the Darkspark campaign on the Nintendo 3DS. I know I haven't posted that for a while. The game did get awful repetitive, but I know a lot of you guys are curious to see how that turns out. So I will do my best to get on that this week. And then hopefully the following week, or shortly after ROTDS is finished, I will be starting a new Let's Play. I'm thinking this is going to be the time for my greatest playthrough ever, or at least in my head, I think it was as far as commentary goes. So I'm hoping to do that next week. Plus, I will be doing giveaways for that, and a playthrough that will be coming up on Bro Bras, the channel, my co-op channel. So I'm excited for both of those things to happen. When we get to that point in the road, we will talk about it then. Other than that, this is probably going to be a short episode because I do want to be able to get it up tonight. I don't know how long it will take to render, and I still got to find the video clips and everything. So next week, hopefully there's going to be a Soundwave Sunday. I plan on it. I'm going to try to do them every week like I have been in the past. It's just that, like I said in the beginning, I've been extremely busy. So I'm going to cut down the questions for this week to only 5. Usually I do between 10 and 15. Oh, one last thing. I almost forgot. I'm going to look into getting the P.O. box. A lot of you guys said you were interested in sending me some stuff. So I'm going to think about doing that seriously. If you are still interested in sending me stuff, or if you just want to tell me you're interested, it will help sway me get a P.O. box. So definitely leave that in the comments. Anyways, let's jump into the questions. Our first question comes from Caswell Dogbox. Hey Mongry, I have been trying to ask you this for ages, and I'm determined to find the answer. I would like to ask, what would you think if I said High Moon Studios made the next Transformers game as the G1 movie and you could play as Unicron, with all the Transformers that were in the G1 movie in player versus player? Soundwave Sunday 105. P.S. Happy birthday, bro. That's a P.S. for me. I believe the P.S. is supposed to go at the end of the sentence, but you're asking for a birthday shout out, you're getting it. Happy birthday, Crazewell Dogbox. Yes. And your game idea, I would love it. Love that movie. And that would be a great game. I would love to see that movie remade into a live action movie. I think that'd be really cool. And I also added this question in here because I'm not gonna like hint at anything or be, I guess, sitting on pins and needles. But High Moon Studios' website is a little bit different now. And if you go there, it says, we are working on a super secret special project. I wonder what that could be. And let's be honest with ourselves. We need either High Moon Studios or somebody with more experience in making video games to make the next Transformers game. If we get another Rise of the Darkspark for Transformers on the console, I'm going to be just ripping my hair out. And come on, guys, be honest with yourselves. Take away the fanboy. And, okay, here's a good thing. This is what I like to do. I take out my favorite characters of the game. I just remove them. And then I ask myself, would I still play this game if it was, like, something I don't like doing? Like, let's say it's, like, laundry. It's, like, dirty clothes in the game playing against each other versus, like, kitchen equipment and stuff. And in Transformers ROTDS, let's just say you're fighting against a bunch of forks and knives and you're a dirty shirt with some spaghetti on and some blood because you cut yourself because you're playing this terrible game. No, I'm kidding, don't do that. But you got some mud and dirt on it because, you know, you're a kid, you're playing around. And would you still play that game? In all honesty, take away the fanboy. Let's be honest with ourselves about Rise of the Darkspark Escalation. Let's just be completely honest. It's a bad game. It's a bad game. I said it there, I said it. It's a bad game. Now I know I'm going to bring you guys some more videos of it, Escalation, because some of you guys want to see the characters being played. But in all honesty, if I had to continuously play that all the time, I would quit YouTube instantly. That's like, okay, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles is my favorite series ever. I'm a huge fan of the Turtles, way over the Transformers. And if I had to continuously play the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles video games on YouTube, I mean, they're okay for like the first time through, but after like a couple times over and over, unless you're playing like Turtles in Time maybe, or the Manhattan Project, which even those would get a little bit old over time, you would just go insane. You would go crazy. So take away the fanboy, take away the Transformers from the actual game, and put in different characters, something that you absolutely hate, and ask yourself, would I still play this game based on the gameplay? Is this still fun for me? Now I know half the fun is playing with the characters you love, but how long can you do that when the gameplay is just terrible? That's why I am so thankful for Transformers Universe. They have made a super awesome, exciting, and fun to play game. Thank you. Thank you so much. And I know that comparison with like the dirty laundry and like the kitchen silverware was probably just terrible. I've had a long weekend, okay? I've had a long weekend. So yeah, my point being, do that with any game that you buy. Take away the characters that you like in the game, and then just try to imagine it was something you hate, and then just get into the gameplay and see how much you really, really like the gameplay of the game. And that's kind of how you determine if it's a really good game. If you still love playing the game using characters you do not like, then you know this is a super fun game to play. Our next question comes from Swedish Seacon. What was your first game console that you ever owned when you were a kid, and how addicted were you? Mungry Sunday 105. PS. Pizza. My first console that I ever owned was the Super Nintendo. And I remember sneaking down when I was really young. I don't remember the age exactly, but I remember sneaking down to go play Super Mario Bros. And Gradius 3. And I'd go down there, and then every once in a while my dad would like catch me, and I would fall asleep down there, and he'd be like, "Go upstairs before your mom sees you." And I would always laugh about that because my dad was really cool like that. But those were the two games that I played a lot when I was younger, was Gradius 3 and Super Mario Bros. And I was really addicted to them. Well, I was still... I was addicted to them, but I still did a lot of stuff outside. I was a really outside kid. Not like inside out or anything, with like my organs on the outside and my skin on the inside. And for some reason I just thought of this old cartoon on Nickelodeon. There was a kid that swung over the swing set, and then he went inside out, and he was Inside Out Boy. And I remember being a kid laughing so hard at that. I thought it was just hilarious. Our next question comes from Ryan Conley. Hello, Mungery. My question to you is, what are your specs on your computer? And did you build your computer or did you buy it? Soundwave Sunday, episode 105. I did build my computer, and I'll give you some of the specs that I can remember offhand. Actually, I'm just going to go ahead and click here, my computer, and then we're going to go into system. Okay, so I do have... I did start out buying a computer, but then I added to it, so it's technically half and half built, half bought. It is an Asus, and then it's got an Intel Core i7 2600 CPU at 3.4 gigahertz. And then I have 14 gigabytes of RAM installed, and I am running a 64-bit operating system on Windows 7. And I did just get a new power supply. Let me, 1 second here, I'll edit this so that it flows better. Alright, I'm back. I had to go get the boxes. I did get the Thermal Take Smart M850W power supply, and that is 850 watts. So that's a pretty big beast. And my graphics card is the GeForce GTX 770. And I wanted to tell you guys all my specs. Now, my specs are pretty crazy. They're pretty good. And a lot of you guys might not be able to afford all that. But I did want to mention my specs to you because I have been getting a lot of questions regarding what I use to play Transformers Universe on. And I wouldn't guess you would need something that beefy to play Transformers Universe on, but you want a decent computer and a pretty good internet connection to play it. My internet connection is alright. Let's do it. Let's run this little speed test here. Speed test. See how fast I am. I can run the 40-yard dash in 4.3 seconds, but what is my speed on the computer? That's speedtest.org? That wasn't my heyday, by the way. My heyday. I wonder what heyday meant back in the day. Okay, this is like... Oh, here it is. Okay, start speed test. Dabruski. Let's do it. And I don't remember exactly what I'm paying for. I haven't checked for a while because I get an automatic withdrawal out of my bank account. So I don't ever really see my statement. I do have... It's doing the download test in progress, so just wait, just wait. Wait 1 second. It's connecting to New York! And I'm all the way in Wisconsin here. Alright, so I have a download speed of 42.75 megabytes per second, according to speedtest.org. And I got an upload speed of 3.54 megabytes per second, according to speedtest.org. So that's it for my specs and everything, and a lot of you guys were curious about that for Transformers Universe. Our next question comes from Ahmed Salim. Mungry, now that you got the chance to play the beta for Transformers Universe, what are your thoughts and opinions for it? Super duper crazy Soundwave Sunday 105. Now it is technically still a beta, so there's issues, there's lag, there's glitches, and stuff like that, but I am having the time of my life. Like, I don't want to do videos sometimes because I'm just so into Transformers Universe, and I'm just like almost addicted to it. I love the game. I love the different characters you can be. I love that you can play on both sides, and I just cannot wait for them to expand it even more with more player versus environment and missions, and also different game modes and stuff like that. I'm very excited about the future of Transformers Universe. Very, very excited. And our last question comes from the Skulls of Goodness. Hey Mungry, what was your childhood like? Action-packed and awesome! Yes! I really loved my childhood. I miss my childhood. So if you're a child and you're in your childhood out there, savor it. Don't ever leave, like Billy says. And I did basically 3 things when I was a child. I played, well, four. I played outside, did live action stuff like, you know, pretending like I was the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, or pretending I was any other popular thing that was going on at that time. Also playing with action figures, played a lot of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles action figures, and then I would also hang out with my buddy Eric, who lived about a mile away from me. He is also the co-commentator on Bro Bras right now, and I would go to his house and we would play Nintendo, and he had tons of games for Nintendo, so we would just play a ton of those games when we were at his house and just try to beat them all over and over and over. And then if he came to my house, we would rock out and play the Super Nintendo, and it was very awesome. Also, little funny story about Eric and I when we were younger. We would always just kind of chill at my house. My older brother would play video games as well, and we would be like super excited to watch him play, like if he allowed it, if he let us like sit on the bed behind and watch him play. And we would just be like, yeah, this is awesome. We're watching this older dude play this game. We didn't really like understand the game so much that he would play, because he would usually be playing like Final Fantasy or something like that, or even like a PC like Might and Magic game. And we would just be like, yeah, this is just awesome. And then every once in a while, like when he would leave the house, he was quite a bit older than me, my brother. He was like 11 years older, or he still is 11 years older, I guess. And every time he would leave the house, he worked at the arcade, I would be like, Brent, can I come with you, please? And he wouldn't want to take me, I could tell, but he'd just be like, fine. He was a pretty nice brother. And then I like, about a minute into the car, I'd be like, can we pick Eric up? He'd be like, fine. And so we'd go to the arcade, and then he had like the key to the arcade, obviously, and he would just like give us credits, which was awesome. So we played like the Simpsons arcade game, the Turtles arcade game, and any other games that we wanted. Good times, man, I tell you. Good times. The best of times. So, next week I will do more questions. So don't forget to leave your questions in the comments below for next week's Soundwave Sunday. And have a great, grand, beautiful, wonderful, epic, and action-packed Soundwave Sunday.